Welcome everyone to the Playbook of Beauty, the podcast where we go behind the scenes with the founder shaping the future of the beauty industry. I'm your host, Alexis Haman, and today I'm super delighted to be speaking with Glorimar Primera, who is the founder of Onérique, a brand that stands out for its beautiful fusion of Latin American warmth and French elegance, all channeled into a simple self-care, focused skincare. Glorimar, a huge welcome to the show.
Thank you so much for having me, Alexis.
My pleasure. So Glorimar, at the heart of every great brand, is really a story. So Onérique is particularly captivating. You have described it as, before all, a love story. Could you take us back to the beginning? What was a bit the catalyst that transformed this personal love story into the tangible reality of the brand?
Well, I always say that because I'm from Venezuela and I've been married to a Frenchman for 18 years now. So he was the one who showed me Paris for the first time. And when I discovered France, I completely fell in love with the language, the culture, and of course, with the idea of beauty. Simple, yet so elegant. And that's what inspired me years later to create Onérique.
Wow, that's a congratulations for being married to a Frenchman for so long, you know?
Yeah.
And the name Onérique is very beautiful. Does it have any specific meaning or story?
Well, Onérique comes from the word oniric, which means related to dreams. It represents that special moment when you're falling asleep, but still a little bit awake. A calm, dreaming state that inspired our brand.
That's very beautiful. And kind of fast forwarding to today, for our listeners which are just discovering you, if you had to give a bit, the elevator pitch of your brand, what is the core mission of Onérique and what kind of defines your product universe?
That's a great question. I would say Onérique is a French skincare brand with an emotional design that truly connects with your sense. Each product is created to give good feeling sensation experience from the very first touch.
Nice. And so if we speak about your product, because I'm sure our audience is curious, what are your best-selling products and why do you think they are resonating so strongly with your customer? Is there a particular hero ingredient or, like a specific customer problem you are trying to address?
Yes, of course. Well, we have a range of 7 products, 6 for the face and 1 for the body. And we have 2 bestsellers, which are Les Jolies Perles, or in English will be the Pretty Pearls, which is a serum, and Le Fondant au Cranberry. On English, it will be the Cranberries Fondant, which is a scrub. So the serum is not only a beautiful product, it's very eye-catching, but also very effective. It contains pearl made of alginates that melt into the skin, giving a natural glow, a lifting effect, and protection against pollution. I don't know if you know this, Alexis, but the pollution is one of the main causes of premature aging. Then we have the scrub that gives a warm feeling sensation when you apply it. And this warm sensation comes from zeolite, a volcanic mineral that helps to open a little bit the pores to improve the exfoliation. That is made with crushed cranberry seeds. It removes dead cells, leaving the skin smooth and soft to help skincare products to absorb better.
Very interesting. And I guess with today, all the aggression we have on our skin with pollution and the stress and also trying to really to target those factors is quite interesting and a big market opportunity.
Yes, that's right.
The path from an idea to a product on the shelf is never an easy and straight line. So could you maybe share a specific kind of valley moment, a hurdle that you had in sourcing, production, or even just something that truly tested you and what kind of getting through taught you about resilience in business?
Well, of course, there have been difficult moments in the development, especially with stock forecasting and logistics. But I always say, when you're healthy, you may have 10,000 problems to solve. When you're sick, you only have one. And I would like to share my experience with you. 1 year after the launching of Onérique, I was at the best moment of the brand when doctors discovered I had a rare cancer, something very difficult. So it was a very hard time for me, but I went through the treatment and came back stronger and healthy. So that experience told me that business challenges are small when your health is at risk. And that resilience starts with gratitude and perspective.
That's really beautifully said. And I think indeed we don't realize the luck we have that when we are in good health and how it can put in perspective other problems that we have. So that's really great life philosophy to have. If we kind of look forward from now, what does the next chapter hold for your brand? Is your vision for the next 3 years focus on the geographic expansion, new product line, or maybe perhaps something completely different?
Well, the next chapter for Onérique is all about expansion and connection. What we want is to keep bringing our French vision of beauty to Latin American markets, but also in another parts of the world, such as the Middle East and Asia. At the same time, we are in negotiations to buy another brand. This is a beauty brand which will be complete the Onérique universe. It's a heritage brand that will turn 300 years old in 2030. But I can say much more until it happens.
That sounds super exciting, and finger crossed for it to happen. I would like now to dive a little deeper on that international potential you mentioned, because the brand is built on a bridge between two cultures. And as you plan for growth, does the strategy going to lean towards bringing French branded product to Latin America? Or maybe on the contrary, kind of trying to introduce that Latin soul in European markets? How do you think that you can balance between the strategic opportunities?
A bit of both, actually. The brand itself is 100% French, but I'm Latin, right? So, of course, there's part of my culture in Onérique's values. For example, taking time for yourself, not only to look beautiful, but to feel good, that's very Latin. However, our strategy is to sell the Made in France internationally. I realize that there is a gap between the French brands you find inside France and the ones you find abroad. Outside France, you mostly see the big multinational groups, but there are very few independent and confidential brands. And that's exactly where we see a great opportunity to share the authenticity and prestige of French beauty products in the world.
Again, you mentioned taking time for yourself and being beautiful is another, I think, philosophy that all of us, should apply to our life. So thanks again for sharing this. And now if we try to zoom out a little bit to what's happening in the industry, behind, the now mainstream trends of clean or sustainable beauty, what is maybe a more subtle, under the radar shift in consumer behavior, or maybe a technology that you have been observing and where you believe that it could become the next big thing in the beauty industry?
Well, I think the next shift in beauty will be emotional science. How emotions and ingredients work together to create deeper and more personal connections with the skin. I just came back from Beauty World Middle East in Dubai, where this idea was a big topic. It's not only about looking good anymore, but about feeling good and living well, because the skin is a mirror of our inner health. So that's something that it's very close to our philosophy at Onérique.
Yeah, indeed, I think there is a big trend of beauty emerging with a broader wellness industry where at the end of the day, like taking care of yourself and being beautiful is going to be part of kind of a more general health routine and mental health well-being. So can definitely see the interest of it and how your brand can try to tap into this bigger potential. So Glorimar, it has been like a very truly insightful conversation. Thank you so much. And to try to wrap it up, I always like to open the floor to our guests because we have a community of founders and business beauty enthusiasts listening. So is there like a specific challenge you are currently navigating or a particular kind of expertise you are seeking where our audience could maybe be able to offer some support or connections?
Okay. Well, thanks to you, Alexis. It's been a great conversation. Yes, of course. At the moment, we're looking to collaborate with a social media expert, someone specialized in beauty who really understands how to grow a brand on Instagram or TikTok, for example. We are expanding fast, so we want to build a stronger digital presence to share our story and connect with new audiences. So if someone listening has that expertise, I'd be happy to connect.
Great. So if we have a social media wizard listening to us, please send a little message to Glorimar. So Glorimar, thank you once again for so generously taking the time to share your playbook with us. And so to our listener, you can explore more about Onérique on their website and follow their journey on their Instagram. All links will be in the show notes. And if you enjoy this, please follow, leave a review, and share this with a friend, as it really makes a difference. Thank you again so much, Glorimar. And until next time, remember, every great brand begins with a single idea, so keep building.
Thank you.
Thank you, Glorimar.